So today we're gonna finally install the Austin Racing exhaust on my Ducati V4S. I'm gonna take the bike apart. I'm gonna try and show you, clips and sections on how to install it. There's a couple videos on YouTube where you can find people installing different exhausts on the Ducati V4S. The Aero exhaust and some other exhausts that can pop it. And yeah, so I'll do the Austin Racing. I've never seen it be done on YouTube. So let's start. Let's start by taking off the cover out of the Ducati. This is a cheap cover from Amazon. Got this for like 40 bucks. Bike is looking clean and good. Wow, love this bike so much. All right then, so pretty much as far as tools, here are my tools. Essentially, I'm gonna use, we're gonna need a hammer, some type of dowel or thick wood so we can bang the exhaust out, wrenches, ratchet, the typical sizes to remove the bolts. You're gonna need a 3mm and a 4mm to remove the lower body panels. All we need to do is remove the lower body panels. Servo will be right there once we take that fairing off, which after that it's gonna be pretty straightforward. It should be a pretty easy install, not too difficult. All right, let's get started. Hey guys, okay, now so we're gonna start off first by removing the lower fairing. It's pretty straightforward. You remove these 3mm hex, and then on this side as well, and then you would remove the far left one, which is a 4mm. So let's get started.
Use a 4mm to remove this far one.
And then the last one would be on the inside here, next to the radiator, which is also a 3mm. Wiggle it out. Lower fairing, all you would have to do is just get a 4mm and just remove the one all the way to the bottom, holding it together. Hold your fairing so they don't fall on the ground. The way around, and just let's disconnect this one little cable here on this side. No, what I think I'm gonna remove the servo here. Looks like an 8. Let's get my 8. Yep. 8. So this whole thing would come out with the exhaust, so pretty straightforward. Not gonna be too difficult. Okay, so once you remove those 3 washers in the back, it's pretty straightforward. All we have to do is just disconnect here the servo, and that's it. Just push that in there just to get it out, and it comes out very easily. just like that. Pretty straightforward. Next thing we're gonna do, looks like we will remove this Allen bolt right here. 6mm there. I should have put my extension on this ratchet, but whatever. The next bolt we're gonna remove is this one here. It's a 6mm, just like the other side. Once we remove this bolt, all we have to do is just remove the springs, and then we should be able to start banging the exhaust and remove it. And I can start with the installation of the Austin Racing. Oof. Had red Loctite, that's why it was so hard. Jeez. All right, next thing we're gonna do is remove the springs. Let's bring this back up here. It's one down. All right. So the next springs are on the opposite side, and then after that, we should be good to remove the exhaust. All right, now we're in the back side here. Now we're gonna remove this spring and then the inner one. Shouldn't be too difficult. Just jinxed myself. That's one, and then the last one. Ooh. This one's a bit more tricky to get. Oh, I was coming at it the wrong way. There we go. All right, guys. That's pretty much it. Now what we're gonna do is, there you go, our wood, and we're gonna just start banging downwards, and hopefully this thing should come off pretty easy. I'm not gonna use any DW40 at the moment. Hopefully it can come out without it. If it doesn't, then we're gonna refer to it. All right, let's get started. Let's get banging. So one thing I did forget to remove is this chain guard here. Well, we don't have to specifically remove it, but just remove that one bolt that connects to the exhaust, and that's it, which is pretty easy. And it comes off just like that. Very easy, very straightforward. All right, so now we can continue on pounding. Scary banging your Ducati. Oh man. It's coming out. So once you get it out just like this, now you should be good to pound the other side. This took me about like almost an hour. It was pretty hard in there. So now I'm gonna move to the other side and hit the other side. This one's gonna be a little bit difficult for me. I wish I had like a bike workbench to work on this, but I don't. So we're just gonna have to get down here and hit it. All right, after hours and hours of pounding, I did have to put some DW40 in there. I mean, it was not moving at all. This one should have been easier, but if for some reason it just wasn't coming out, so I finally banged it out enough. Now it's pretty loose, and now we just wiggle, and there it is. Wow, this is so much heavier than the Austin Racing. Jeez, finally out. Now it's time to get the Austin Racing installed.